mean, obviously really pleased with our guys' response today, and really happy for our seniors. It's always a nice thing in your last home game, and it's crazy to be saying that on February 12th, but in your last home game to be able to play well individually and to get a good win. That's always a really good thing. And I just think, as we've talked about so much this year, right, the important thing with this group is we need everybody to contribute. And when you go down the box score today and look, all the way to the bench, the deep bench even, everybody that came in, did positive things. And I think when that happens, obviously we're going to play much better. And so really pleased that it was a total team effort. Our guys were really locked in on the right stuff. And I thought we played with good energy and played for each other, which is who we need to be our best. And so hopefully that's something that, again, as we've talked about with this group, it's a consistency, right? Can we learn from that, continue to build on it, finally understand that that's who we have to be to be good and play well. And so that'll be the challenge moving forward. But really proud of our guys today.
22 assists on 30 made field goals. I think that kind of leads into how they shared the ball and were efficient on the offensive.
Yeah, we talked to him before the game about being a great teammate. If you're locked in on being a great teammate, you know what? You're probably going to share the ball. You're probably going to run hard. You're probably going to talk on defense. You're probably going to crash the glass. You're going to do a lot of basketball effort related things. And one of the big emphasis on that was moving the ball. They play a little bit of a unique defense similar to ours with a lot of switching. And we said in order to attack it, the most important thing is to move the basketball and to be aggressive. And our guys did that. And I think one of the things that is so encouraging for me as a coach is that, the guy that led the charge in that is Marquez Warwick, right? 6 assists, no turnovers, and he's your leading scorer and passed up a couple scoring opportunities where he could have shot easy layups, to feed a big guy that was running or somebody that was giving great effort to run the floor. And so, I think when that's happening, it's always a good thing.
You look at the first possession of the game, and it was Trayvon had an open three, but he kicks it over to Marquez, and I think that illustrates that concept too.
Yeah, I mean, just, again, really great unselfishness today. I thought we moved the ball well, and I thought we stepped in and shot the ball with confidence. This group at times has seemed hesitant, based on how the last play went or how the last shot went, and we didn't do that tonight. We moved the basketball, we stepped in with confidence and took the right shots and shot really well, I think, because of it.
And, defensively, you really disrupt them, 21 forced turnovers, and they only had 18 baskets. Anytime you can have that kind of formula, it's going to equate.
Yeah, and I think, really the difference in the game was our defense in that stretch at the end of regulation, into the first half. I think it's about the 6-minute mark, maybe 6.5. They don't score for the rest of the half. And, we got off to a great start and had a lead, and they got back into it and got up a little bit, which, is going to happen in college basketball games, right? Teams are going to make runs. And but our defense allowed us to get out in transition and score some easy ones, and that led to us being up 15 at half. And what we really did better than we've been doing in the last really 4 or 5 games is we started the second half better, and we built on that lead, and that was because of our defensive effort as well.
And with Trayvon, I'm sure you're hoping he gets one more home game, obviously, with the postseason, the way it works out, but it's very rare these days where a guy stays at the same school for this amount of period of time. Just maybe speak of just his loyalty to this program and what maybe today meant for you guys as a program and for him as well.
Yeah, I think, first and foremost, it says a lot about Trayvon Faulkner, right? That he wanted to do that he wanted to come back and play with these guys, that he wanted another chance to play in the NCAA tournament, wearing a Northern Kentucky University jersey, that he wanted to be here. But I think the second thing it does is it says a lot about his teammates and about this place, right? This is a university that's committed to their students. This is an athletic department that's committed to their student athletes and providing the best opportunity for them to grow and to learn and be successful. And you don't stay at a place if you haven't had a good experience, right? And that goes way, way beyond just what a head coach or assistant coaches do, right? That's from the top on down. And we support our student athletes here, and so I think he was comfortable here, and he felt a certain loyalty to his teammates in this place, and which is again mostly a credit to him and his character and what he's about. But I think it says a lot for our school and our department as well.
How about your other two seniors, just real quick? Xavier and Chris, obviously both a little newish to the program, but big impact players for your group. Kind of just touch on them.
Yeah, they really are, and two guys that quite honestly didn't play very good at all on Thursday, or Friday night, and so it was really good to see them playing at the level that they played at today. And we believe when they play like they did today that we'll match them up against anybody in our league and take our chances, right? And so it was good to see them playing with the kind of confidence and energy that makes them really impactful players for us, and they both did that today.
Season's a marathon, but now it's really a 4-game sprint. It looked like Cleveland State had beat Youngstown State today, so there's now 4 teams within 1 game of a Horizon Conference lead. So what's the biggest key you're going to take in these next 4 games on the road?
Again, finding a way to have the consistency and the maturity that we need to play the way that we did today. We've done it in spots in every game. We've had a few games where it's been complete. But just continuing to do that and understand that, because at the end of the day, ultimately these games are about can you withstand adversity, right? Can you make it through a tough stretch? Maybe you're playing great and shots just aren't going down, right? Maybe the other team's playing great. There was a stretch Friday where we weren't playing great, but give Wright State credit. Every time they got the look they needed, they knocked it down. That's going to happen in games. Can you withstand that and get back to the core of who you are and who you need to be to play well and survive and advance? This league is about 3 days in March, period. And as we've stated repeatedly, as cliche as it sounds, we're just trying to make sure that we're getting better as we move forward. I thought we did that today. And so are we going to try to win every game that we play down the stretch? And we can't control anything else that happens. And if somehow that works out in first and a 1 seed, absolutely. But more importantly, I want to be ready when that tournament comes.